Alright, back in ArtSpace, I want to briefly talk about the seed. So I have a basic prompt over here and I leave the seed random. ArtSpace will now pick a random number for me and use it in combination with my prompt and with all my settings to draw this image. Now I can use this seed now to redraw the exact same image, given all my settings are the same, like the size of my art box, the prompt, the negative prompt, the model, everything has to be the same. And then I can redraw an image. For example, ArtSpace just drew this image over here using this prompt and all these settings and this seed. I can now copy this seed by clicking on it and put it in this box. So whenever I run this seed now with this prompt and all these settings, I will get the exact same image again and again. So this is basically a starting point for AI to look at. Now what you can do if you find a good seed, maybe by chance, or maybe you just put in a random number and yeah, that's all this is. It is a random number. Then you can just go one up or two ups and you find an equally great image. So I just went one number up and I will probably get an equally great image because this seed range is like a sweet spot if I consider this to be a great image. You can see it's kind of a variation of this image, and I can repeat this process over and over again until I find a even better image. Alright, so I hope you get the idea. What else I can do, of course, is I can now leave this box empty and let AI decide which seed it uses. So now it uses this seed over here, and let's see if it comes up with something that I like. And then again, I can look to seeds around this number, around this range, if I can get equally great images. For example, let's say I really like this image. I can copy this seed, put it here, and go one up or one down, and kind of search in that area and see if AI has equally great images about my prompt in this seed range. And if you don't want to look in a specific seed range, it's totally fine to just leave this box empty and AI will pick a random seed every time. So you can see these images have a lot in common because they are kind of in the same seed range. Whereas these images also have a lot in common because they are in the same seed range, so to speak, as well. And then again, I can do another run over here. I just leave it random. And let's do another random. And you will notice that these images, they will not look alike because the seeds AI picked were totally different. And that's what happens when you leave the seed box empty. And it's totally fine. And now again, if I want something similar to this is the last seed used, I copy the seed, put it in my seed box, go one up or one down or two up, and then I draw it again. And there is no guarantee that this image now will look the same, but there is like a probability that images in the same seed range, they have a lot in common. So in this example, they don't look the same. And yeah, this happens. So let's go another one up. But you can see it worked on these specific cases here. It didn't work on these specific cases. Well, this is how it works. There's no guarantee, but at least these two are at least similar again. So this is kind of the outlier, right? So hope you understand what I'm talking about here. It's again a lot of experimentation, but my point here is that generally it is a great idea to search in the same seed area if you want to have a variation of an image that you like.